So I'm going to share with you what happened on Dynast Amir's channel earlier yesterday morning. Cynthia G got up there while I was up there. I was up there first. She got in, she said a little something, and then she ran away. This is the third time, and she ran away as I was saying to Dynast. See, Cynthia says that stuff for profit. She's not serious about any helping any black folks, and then she ran away once I said that. See, this is why black guys in the manosphere should have never protected Cynthia. But the black guys in the manosphere did that for profit because Cynthia was controversial and she made a better show. But see, the manosphere got to take ownership. They created the evil that is Cynthia G. No, the women didn't help Cynthia G rise to power. The men did. And see, this is something the men don't want to acknowledge. This is why guys like to hide in these groups and panels, and they don't want to intellectually compete. Manosphere is the one that created the Cynthia G's. Manosphere went and helped Paris Milan spread her anti-male message. Manosphere Field Advice Show helped Crystalline Carrison Swirlers. This is why I said it's so funny. Every time I come around her, she runs away. It's like the third time that's happened. Because I'm not going to be like other dude. I'm not going to get mad and upset. I'm going to poke holes in your lies while you're there live. Now, I give her credit. Half of what she says is true about men not building. I give that credit. See, I'm not here just to be angry with her just because she's her. But she says stuff just for profit. She isn't trying to actually be intellectual about anything. Who's making videos about me? Who's that? But I don't know, because I be working a lot of times, so I don't know who's making videos. That would be interesting to know. But I say a lot of times, man, people got to understand that I like intellectual debates, DJ Moss. I long for intellectual debates because that's the only thing I think can really help our people is when folks get caught up in their own words and stuff that they can't prove. Sometimes, man, people say stuff just to get other people pat them on the back. They not serious about anything. You got people who are saying stuff just so people can get upset. They're not serious about anything. And then I always ask, okay, if a person is mad about this stuff, a person is angry about this stuff, show your intellect. Because see, that's the one thing we're not doing as black men. We're hiding behind women. This is why women come to the forefront and they show their intellect. And we're sitting up here hiding. You gotta stop hiding away from men who can actually intellectually compete with you without getting upset. I'm never going to get upset at these dudes. I'm never going to get upset at these women. Don't stress them like that. But I realize that's what's happening. We're in a situation where these blacks don't want to intellectually compete. They just want to be angry. But at the same time, they want people like myself to risk my job to help them when white folks come against them. Hey, what's going on, Thai City? Hey, what's going on, New World Order? So this is a situation that happened on Dynast Amir's show where Cynthia G ran away. It's the third time. It's the third time she's run away when I come around. A lot of people run away when I come around. And because they can't intellectually compete. They know that I research history. They know that I'm well read and I'm quoting documents, and they don't like that. And I'm gonna play you a clip later. I'm gonna splice it up where Cynthia G comes on and says, Mr. Research can quote all the history he wants. That doesn't matter. So she just really acknowledged that she can't compete. But see, she needs to go on the Rumble show. She needs to go hide in all female spaces. She needs to go to spaces where black men just want to make a speech and don't have any research source material. This is why I want you black men to get better. Ty City is pretty much there. Ty City, I've been watching him. He's pretty much there. Art is almost at that point, man, because a lot of you guys are realizing that here amongst black folks, we're just pretending that we're ready for war. We're just pretending we're ready for a chess game. A lot of us are not. Art knows very well. Many a times I used to go to BGS show and tell him half the crap he was saying is not going to happen. And the only thing BGS could say, oh yeah, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. That stuff doesn't work on Monday morning. You as black ADOS men and women, you need stuff that's going to work on Monday morning. Ty City came to the realization that a lot of these people was just clowning. You know, you got women shows who just want to get ratings and get views. It's not about intellectualism. We got to get to the point where it's about being intellectual, and it's about advancing your family and your children. How is it? There was a Ty City and a DJ Moss 80 years ago. They got a bag and left nothing to the kids. There was a DJ Moss 120 years ago. He got a bag. Guess what? Left nothing for the kids. But there was an Irish DJ Moss. He got a bag and left land for his children. There, 200 years ago, there was a Ty City. He got land and left it for his children. Now his children's children own that land. See, I'm a homeowner. I'm a landowner. I'm talking on a different level because I'm talking taxes. I'm talking public funds. I'm talking, and I ain't talking that because I want to be on that. I'm talking that because that's how I'm living. What's good, New World Order? See, New World Order. There used to be a New World Order 40 years ago. Somebody come up here and chop it up with me, man. I want to hear this intellectual stuff that's out here. But that's what it's about. We are allowing the Cynthia G's, the Tommy Sotomayor, these entertainment people to represent black faces. That's why these Italians don't respect us. That's why these Italians call us Mama Lukes. That's why these these folks don't respect the people who are not intellectual. We gotta be monolithic. And we got to go into these jobs. Ty City got to go to his job and take over as supervisor and manager. DJ Moss got to do that. Wait a minute. DJ Moss says they catch a high off it. That's why they pushing it. That makes them feel good. This is just hate porn. That's all this comes down to. I've been saying it for years. The black side of YouTube is all about hate porn. It's all about hate porn. Let's look at Donovan Sharp, just an example. You used to be on drugs. Just bear with me on this. And I'm not hating the guy. I just want you guys to understand a person that's a fan of this type of mentality. You used to be on drugs. A white girl saved you. And now you believe you pimping this white girl. I'm not saying it ain't possible. I'm saying this is all fantasy, man. We can't take this on Monday. And now he makes a lot of money talking about, or he used to. I haven't listened to the guy in a long time. I heard one or two shows, but you talking about black chicks or you talking about chicks in general, man, drive past these chicks. This stuff is ridiculous. Um, but yeah, a lot of people just get into the what has Steve the Dean done? Steve the Dean married a sloppy fat white chick. The sloppy fat white chick kept him afloat financially. He was a security guard. I know all this stuff because I've been around YouTube. He was a security guard. The white chick put him on. He had a baby by the white chick. Then he divorced that white chick and got with another white chick. What does that have to do with being with going into a boardroom and taking over a company? Man, look, ARC been talking the same mode one stuff for years, but y'all love to see him on a panel. How is that going to make you the most powerful person at your warehouse? Come on, fellas. The immigrants see that y'all not serious. We have to stop playing this game. We have to stop playing this game. She makes black women weak. You know what? She entertains black women. Morning to you, Cliffhanger. Morning to you. She entertains black women for profit. Just like a lot of dudes entertain black dudes for profit. Loco says, Mr. Research, what's going on? Peace and love. Absolutely. So I just want to point this out to you. You know, you guys got to understand, in order for us to have better lives, we got to be intellectually feared. We got to be intellectually feared. DJ Moss says, we got to stop trying to make them care. They don't care. Yeah, I don't understand why try to make. Y'all hear me say all the time, I like women. I actually adore women, but I can drive past them and think nothing of it. I just really don't. I really don't value women like that. I value the women who are on my team. That's it. I don't value women in general. I treat women the same way I treat children, the same way I treat men. Y'all just human beings to me. I don't hold value. I'm not gonna risk my life to help a grown guy. I'll risk my life to help a child, but I'm not gonna risk my life to help a grown dude. And I'm not gonna risk my life to help women. Just not doing it. Now, does that mean I hate women? No. It just means I value me. Art says very sad. What's sad, Art? Cliffhanger says facts. Larry says house husband. I don't know what house husband means. The New World Order says facts. Let's look at Paris. Paris, for example. Let's look at Paris. Paris has an African fiance. He don't have no vested interest to tell her to stop ADOS man bashing. But at the same time, he wants Pan-Africanism. Does that make sense to y'all? But this is the game we playing. Here's a person who wants Pan-Africanism, but they okay with ADOS bashing. Fellas, we got to get it better than what we got it. We can't keep fooling ourselves. Art can't keep fooling himself. Cliffhanger can't keep fooling himself. New World Order can't keep fooling himself. You know, people got to stop fooling themselves, man. We supposed to be making art's job better as a black male teacher. But we're too busy talking about these women won't obey us. It's crazy. And the only thing I'm trying to get y'all to understand is when we elevate people who cannot intellectually compete, we make it worse for black men. And I'm sorry, Art, I got to shame some of these dudes out here. I'm ready to intellectually compete. I'm sorry, DJ Moss, I got to shame some of the dudes you like. Tampa Supreme, I got to shame some of these black male YouTubers that you may be fans of because they don't want to intellectually compete. They just want to make a speech. Unless we as black men put ourselves in a position where we can bankroll Congress, where we can bankroll city council, we're going to be seen as the slaves of women forever. You're going to be able to get some money, yes, but you won't be able to advance. And then your child is going to have to start over, and their child is going to have to start over. And the proof of that, it's been happening for the past 40, 50, 60 years. The only reason I'm able to talk is my family left me lineage. And this is why I talk about it so much. My situation would be way worse if it wasn't for lineage. Let's hear what Art has to say. Where am I wrong, Art?
Oh, not at all. I was supposed to be sleeping, but I know I had to put in a few minutes because I couldn't resist this kind of conversation. Um, but I think that too many people are afraid to step up to the plate, so they'll find ways to try to stay mediocre instead of putting in the work to get where they want to go. As far as them complaining, I've been going back and forth with a lot of people on these. I don't know if you heard some of my conversations, but in order for you to be a leader, you gotta work for it. You can't just wait, shame somebody to give it to you.
No, no, and you can't be in a position where you just say, just leave me alone. I just want to work. The monolithic people are not going to let you do that.
Yeah,
All
I've
the
been. Mhm.
all the Jamaican teachers at your job, all the Lithuanian teachers at your job, all the Irish teachers at your, they're smiling in Art's face, but they can't wait to get him out of there and get their cousin there.
I've been going through it. The fact that my expertise shine, it was hard for them to get rid of me, but I kept getting information about how they were trying to undermine things that I've been building. And these are like Latina chicks, white chicks,
Right.
Asian. Matter of fact, one of our, I think she was assistant superintendent. She was trying to get rid of me out of the district because I wanted to move schools.
See, whoa. Just because you wanted to move schools,
Yeah,
this slave ain't gonna do what we tell him to do.
exactly. Exactly.
But but
So,
see, but see,
uh
oh, hold on. Let's talk about this because I think it's important. I'm sorry to cut you off. Where is the male protection?
no, that's what helped me. I had a brother that brought me to his school, and she was trying to undermine him and try to get rid of me.
See,
Just and the thing was, I made the newspaper, I made the
wow.
magazines and stuff like that. As far as my achievement. So she was trying to undercut that because basically she was trying to make a statement. She's one of those Gloria Steinem type Asian chicks.
Oh, she's a
So,
feminist.
oh, big time,
Yeah,
big time.
yeah. The same one the black women be trying to protect. But see,
Oh
that's
yeah.
why out here in Oakland, I'm part of the Oakland Black Teachers Project. Like I talked about that all the time. I'm trying to put my financial dollars. They draft money from my PayPal every month to
Mm.
help. And this is why I try to say to other black men, the Thai cities of the world, the Tehran's of the world. If we not bankrolling the image of black males, we're ultimately losing.
Yeah, I've been pushing, you know, but I've been pushing, but I'm getting pushed back, of course. But we need more, and that's why I really ride with you a lot from since the beginning, is that we need more black males in leadership positions. That's the thing and the thing is that we can't just talk people into it. We got to come together, get that education, get that certification, and make sure that you are in these positions because for some reason we didn't get the memo that in order for you to be a doctor, lawyer, engineer, all these kind of things, you need to get your degree. you
Well,
know.
not only that, you got to be monolithic. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, because the thing is that, when we have these conversations, they keep thinking that we're trying to tell plumbers to get a degree. We don't tell people to get
No, no,
get a
no.
degree for plumbing or
no.
electrician. We don't do that. We already know where that goes. Those training positions are going to always be there. The
Always.
question is, who's going to hire you?
That's the point. You gotta get some manager expertise to work HVAC. If
Hmm.
you don't, you're gonna be working at somebody's company who's always thinking about, I can't wait for my cousin to pass his certification so I can get him out of here.
Thank you. That's what I mean. That's all I've been saying because people take that real personal. Just because you got a forklift license, I'm gonna say, "Well, I just got a license to be a forklifter. I don't need no college."
It's
Who
been whoa, whoa,
said you
whoa,
need to
whoa.
go to
It's been
college for
working.
forklifting?
Well, that's because it's been working for 2 or 3 years, maybe 5. And and
Yeah.
and dudes don't realize things work in a 10-year cycle.
Yeah. Because
You
they gonna
you
pass you up.
right. You got people on the Hall of Game on O'Shea's ain't even got a 5-year model yet.
No.
People are like, how long you been doing it? 3 years. How long you been doing it? 6 years. Every now and again, you'll get somebody who's done something 10 years. Okay, that person I can listen to. But a lot of other people, man, you got new money. You
Yeah.
know, it's the same thing I used to argue with BGS. And see, I used to, one thing, and I'll say it to you because I've said it to his face, and I say it to everybody. In order for us to grow, you need some type of intellectual pushback.
Hmm.
But as I always said to BGS, I come over here in your circle, around your thing. You never come one on one. So we
Hmm.
got to come to your space and hold these conversations. And then you got people trying to help you. Because it's been
Hmm.
many times I went over to BGS. I said, hey, angry man, chill out. I'm talking to him, not talking to you. Stop helping. Well, I got an opinion too. No, no, no. We're having a discussion. Ain't no trucking robot gonna take over, period, because it has to be insured. And no insurance company is going to insure a robot. Oh, it's going to come. Black men can't use that information on Monday. Now, what's really happening is the Indians are forming conglomerates against truckers.
Hmm.
The Indians have gotten together. It's so bad. I read this morning because I listen to Bollywood radio every morning just to hear what they talked about. The Indians are creating not fast food, but restaurants on trucking routes for their people.
Now, how does that go? They like it's like almost like a catering truck.
No, actual restaurant stops.
Oh, okay. So the restaurants and then the trucker is gonna go in and eat there.
Right.
Oh, okay.
So what these Indian people are doing is they're realizing, because for the first time ever, Indians are working together regardless of their caste.
Yeah. Okay.
So the Gujaratis are working with the Urdu, the Punjabis are working with that's unprecedented back in their country.
Right.
And
'Cause
you
they
got
got they got a common enemy, a common cause.
right. And they're creating actually everybody can look it up. It's called Indian trucking communities. Communities, keyword.
Mm.
And that's why I said the stuff BGS be talking be garbage. It's something he's read, but it's not applicable. Keyword applicable. It's not applicable to to Monday morning. And
Mm.
what the black man needs to understand is you'll have MOT who has a contract, but that's because MOT is a manager of his own company. He understands managing. You can't be an owner operator and expect to survive after 7, 8 years because the Indians are training their people and they're coming to art with a conglomerate contract. Why am I going to go with MOT when I got 17 drivers compared to MOT's 8.
Mm.
And 8 of those 17 are fuck ups, but it's the numbers I'm able to sell to the contract person.
That was another point I had, is those F ups. You know, when you're able to have a large number of people that are professional, you're gonna always have a job for an F up.
I always.
He's gonna always have something. If you look at, see, we don't look, we should be looking at these other cultures like National Geographics.
Oh, why we got to look at people that are not black?
Yeah, we got to look at, and then the funny part when they say that, because I went back and forth with somebody on that. Okay, this and Mr. Research will tell you guys that's listening. You know, can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Okay, this now don't tell anybody, but when black folks after slavery was on their grind, they they doing sharecropping and doing all kinds of stuff. They were gathering enough money to send their children to school. Talking about the silent generation,
Yeah.
the the early boomers. They were doing that already.
Yeah.
And then it was paying off. A lot of, if you do some history, a lot of people that went to these schools came back home and started expanding the neighborhoods,
But
the
nobody wants
churches.
to do history because it's documented.
Yeah, it shuts them up.
What we want to do is make a speech.
Yeah.
That's just how I busted Cynthia G. You want to make a speech. You know what I'm saying? I remember crucifying her on O'Shea show, and O'Shea cut the show off. Because the funny thing is, and it's not that I'm right all the time. Let's be clear. Because there's been a couple of times people giving me information. Okay, let me go research that. Okay, but I just think we got to get to the part as black men where we realize we're going to be 70, 80, 60, 50 years old one day. And what we cannot do is continue to think everybody's going to give us a fair shake when even the black women are sticking together now.
Yeah, you got to have a defense.
Right. You're the only ones talking about being individual. I saw O'Shea show today, and I was so disappointed. But his show is his show. It said, "Don't let other people define your success." Huh? Sir,
they got to pay you.
yeah. But what I'm saying is, just because you're getting paid, don't mean you're successful.
Yeah, I know. I was just trying to say that that's the impression that people are given.
Yeah. Well, we get that from women though, because ain't no man thought just because I have some money, I'm okay. No man thinks that. And that's why these white guys with smaller penises than us realize they have nothing physical over us, so they spend all their time thinking.
Yeah, that's the thing that I've been going back. I'm not sure if they do it on your channel, but a lot of the younger brothers think that the amount of money or sales determines your talent.
Oh no.
And yeah, that they've been really trying to push that on. And I'm like, no, man,
you can
I got that backwards.
You can luck up in a you let me give you some ammunition for that. You could take a white guy who grew up outside of Atlanta in the mountains of Georgia, not even a metro city. His house cost him $60,000. There's an identical house in Georgia that costs $250,000. Now, see, when you're homeowner, you realize a lot of these houses are identical. It's just about location. Mm-hmm. His dad can leave him a gas station that only makes $20,000 a year. $20,000, because he's in a small mountain area, right?
Right.
But you look at his 10-year, 20-year model for that small area, he'd be living like a king. Does that really mean he's winning? No. Because all it does is take one truck route that can't make it up there with the gas. All it does is take one COVID event that ain't no new shipping coming in, and all this stuff starts tumbling. You
Yeah.
know, so somebody says, "What is this dusty TV?" See, a live life is a person that can't intellectually compete. If you want to intellectually compete, live life, come on up, show us your brain. Insults
I'm,
don't work here because
I'm
I'm
not
not
even
going
reading
to
the chat.
insult you. I'm not going to insult you. I'm going to compete with you intellectually. But see, people don't want to come up and compete intellectually. They want to call names, and this is why I say to brothers, let's stop being like women, because all women can do is call names. They
Yeah.
can't be logical. They can't intellectually compete. So we as dudes got to stop behaving like them. They will call
Yeah.
another black woman a name just because that black woman is in love with art.
Yeah.
That's how desperate they get.
Yeah. I think we have to be more action based and proof based, and because that really cuts down a lot of the back and forth.
Right,
When
right,
you show, that's why I have to pat my hand on the camera, like I know what I'm doing. I bring people of influential backgrounds, you know. So far, I don't really have much. I mean, I still have all these other people having different views or what have you, but about what I do. But for the most part, you know, I'm staying in my lane and I'm staying as professional as possible at the same time welcoming to my people. Because I
right.
think that's the thing is that people get on these little high horses and think that, okay, just because I'm talking to a conservative, I supposed to love Donald Trump and Trent Lott and
Right.
and it's like, no, man, you got some conservatives that go into paint for black people,
Whoa, 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 whoa,
you
whoa, whoa.
know.
Let me bust something. Live Live said. Live Live. I'm in medical finance. I compete with white guys all day, Asian guys too. So
Interesting.
I'm so good. I will have sex with some guys' wives in front of them.
That's not
I
a black person saying this.
Yeah, I don't have no intellectual fear over a white dude. None. None. Matter of fact, I remember somebody tried to fire me one time. It was so funny. And I was at my desk, and me and him had some friction. I saw he was coming to my desk with some little authority, right?
Hmm.
I said, okay, all right, let me pack this stuff up real quick. Because I really don't care, because I had a night job. I got 5 certifications in my career. I could care less. And I had all my stuff in my bag as he approached my desk. He said, we're gonna have to let you. I said, oh, thank you for the opportunity. Shook his hand, walked out the door. And within 5 days, somebody contacted me with more money. I mean, I'm not in
Yeah.
fear of white
You
people at
know
all.
what? You know what, Mr. Research? This is the other part too. I'm not, because people think that when we mention degrees, we're anti-trade. I'm like, why don't you get both? Because
Yeah,
my whole thing is this. It's like, okay, well, my whole thing is when they hire you, you're supposed to be able to have everything that's necessary to make sure it's hard for you to get rid of you,
right.
or if you're going, you have many options.
You,
This is
you know
not
what?
rocket science.
You know what? Let me clear up about the trade thing. Here's my problem with the trade. A contract, a contract is not a 5-year model.
Okay.
Okay. In your profession, you have more leadway, even though you have to show your worth every year, than a person with a contract. Tech people, uh, plumbers, whatever, they constantly have to get people to pull them into something. Okay.
Right.
If you do not have your medical insurance paid by this company, you are not truly there. Okay. You're supposed to be filing as an independent owner on your taxes, but a lot of people don't.
Right.
So that's another reason why people get away with stuff. Because if you didn't use that loophole and you really had to pay that independent, you would realize being a contractor really is more painful than than what it should be. The second thing is trade. When you travel the world, you will come to realize nobody cares about a plumber with $1 million.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Nobody cares about a shit shoveler with 40 million. That's a black person's perception. Black person's, I got 40 million. Fuck that. But for how long?
Yeah.
My my friend did 12 years working for the school system. That's what he kept saying. I work for the school system. I kept saying, well, what you do? Come to find out, he was just a janitor.
Correct.
But he was working for the school system. Then once that contract, because they kept renewing it year after year, so he got comfortable. So when they finally didn't want him anymore, now that he reached 50 years old, where is he working now? Home Depot,
Mm.
mixing paint.
Mm. Them
You
were the
see,
guys that be arguing with me. He would be the one that been arguing with me.
right, right.
You know.
Let's take a dude in tech. Where are the IBM dudes right now?
Yeah.
You can't tell me that they don't know the new software. Can't tell me that. That's just opening the textbook.
Yeah, because I said that. I'm like, Habib and Ling Fao and all these people, they don't have these conversations like, well, ain't gonna, and not as much as we do as far as should I do trade or get a degree.
They don't
They
even
know
look
what
at trade.
they know what they're gonna do, and most of them, I mean, the conversation we don't have is, I don't know if people like that are in predominantly black neighborhoods. Sometimes you wonder why some of these Asians are driving around and just looking. I think
Right,
partially they're looking to find out, or not even find out, they just remind themselves they're gonna be working for me.
right, right. That's all.
Easy.
That's all it is. Matter of fact, I drive around and look at old paintless houses, and I say to myself, "Ain't no children defending her. She she'll
Mm,
she'll she'll be dead soon."
mm.
That's because that's what they doing.
Yeah,
That's what they doing. Uh,
yeah.
I was talking to a guy I grew up with. His mom is in this very nice house, and I said, "Well, bro, if you want to keep the house, then we can just put together a contract. I'll buy 50% into the house, and I'll manage it and send you the revenue.
Hmm.
I don't have no problem with that.
Mm.
Man, we got to do way more than that." I said, "Okay, I feel you." So as soon as he said that, I said, "Okay, I got to get $1 million and be ready to bid on this house because it's a nice piece of property. It's like
Right.
I could put an entertainment thing back there, all type of stuff.
Hmm.
So it's like that's where my mind is at. But see, I can't get other black men there because we're talking about dating.
Yeah, because that's the thing. That's what makes us stagnant. See what I notice, and they got it. I mean, like I said, even people from Africa, when they do this as a group, is way more effective. See, a lot of us, like myself, I went to college as an individual. We do too many things as individuals,
Yeah.
and then we get spread out. I was always a chocolate chip and a cookie,
Mhm.
so I ain't much I can.
Hello, Art. Art. Did we lose Art? Art. Art. Hello, Art. I think we lost Art. Let's give him a second to come back.
Let's see. Can you hear
Okay,
me?
there you go. You said chocolate chip.
Yeah, I was always a chocolate chip and a cookie. We talking about my bachelor's program and my master's program and my MFA. MFA is for those people that don't know, it's a doctoral degree for
Hmm.
artists.
Hmm.
We don't get PhDs because it's like musicians and artists don't get PhDs. Musicians get MMAs and artists get MFAs.
Right.
So I'm able to do a lot of what do you call it? I can teach at a university with that.
Okay, that's what's up.
But the thing is that I'm always the one. You know what I'm saying? We don't have groups.
Yeah,
You
because
know, like
because there's no protection. What's supposed to happen is you're supposed to have a black male teachers union.
yeah,
That when people feel like they finna revolt against you, you got some people who walk in. Hey, how you doing? Hey, we just wanted to speak with you about art. Oh, no problem, no problem. We just wanted to come in here as a union and try to head off any discussions that you may want to have. And that lets people know that you're serious.
yeah. When I first came in, if you think about it, Mr. Research, when I first came in, there was a lot of black teachers from the civil rights era. Some of them that really put a lot of work in the paint that proved that they were experts. So I had those veteran teachers to look up to. So when it came to like really getting some kind of, I guess, quote unquote game and learning
Mhm.
how things work, they were there and they knew what they were talking about. I didn't have to really scratch my head. They really laid things
Mhm.
down, so I didn't have to really work as hard. Now you have way more people coming in trying to restructure things, trying to,
Just for
tell
them,
you
though.
what's real.
Just
Yeah,
for them.
yeah. And the thing is, the kids are buying into it and finding out that they were sold a bill of bad stuff. And I'm like,
Now they're
look,
getting picked off.
yeah, because they bought it. And then, when you look at the BLM thing and all that kind of stuff, it all ties into it. And this is the same type of thing. You would take a cause that's really necessary that needs to be spoken about, but we'll mix some other things in there.
But here's the problem, though. It's the black males' lack of financially bankrolling this stuff.
Yeah,
It's the
yeah,
black.
because
See,
people came in.
we
Yeah,
need
go
to
ahead.
be arrogant again.
Yeah,
We
that's the
need
thing.
to. You see how I said to live life? Stop being scared. Come up here on the show because you're either
Yeah,
going to prove that you're undisciplined, you're going to prove that you're unintelligent, or you're going to prove me wrong.
yeah,
But
that's
but but hiding in the chat room calling names, that's the coward's way. And we as black dudes got to stop buying into that.
and I can't stay in long enough because my
Yeah,
phone is about to
yeah.
die, and I
No
gave me
problem.
4
No
hours of
problem.
sleep.
I gotta
But
go. I gotta give me some sleep too. So
but the thing that I want to wrap up my part is that we talking about black male leadership. It not only seemed like a threat to, I guess, black women and women in general. It seems more like it's a threat to some of these millennials. You
well,
know?
because the millennials are living mama's dream, and
Yeah.
mama's living master's dream. See, let's keep it real. It's going to be European here in America real soon. Extremely small houses, extremely small apartments. People haven't seen the apartments in Europe and Japan. They are extremely small. But what and riding bicycles and all that type of stuff. But what's happening is that the unfortunate thing, there's too many how can I say it? There's too many black people, mostly millennials, mostly youngsters, who don't have history to show that they're on the right path.
Hmm.
Just because you're getting 50,000 today don't mean in year 40 you'll have 50,000. You got a lot of
Yeah.
people living up underneath the bridge right now who had that same philosophy.
Yep. Look at Mike Tyson right now.
Right. Well, look at a lot of them right now. Look at Sugar Ray.
Yeah,
Look,
they brought
look
in millions of dollars.
yeah. It doesn't mean get the bag culture doesn't mean anything. That's a woman's thought process because women have the government to rely on if things go wrong. The boy, if he miscalculates, he has to go into some type of family mindset. Even if you go adopt you a kid, you have to have some type of family mindset because ultimately one of my favorite movies, There Will Be Blood.
Okay.
One miscalculation by getting emotional, killing the dude. You did. Everything you work for is over with.
And I meant to tell you, I'm in the administrative program. So it's going to be a year. So I'm going to be looking into being a principal or an assistant principal pretty soon.
Absolutely, because hopefully we can get you to be superintendent, because that's where the power is. Because you know what, even if hopefully things work well, but I realize I was saying to myself, it's probably going to be a black dude that kills me, because that's how it always happens. No, y'all laughing. I'm very serious. I
had the same conclusion a couple of days ago about that. I said, man, I can provide all the good in the world.
Black dude,
somebody just gonna come in the mist.
Wait. Matter of fact, Art, before you go, let me ask you this question, because this is one of my videos I plan on doing soon. The Buffalo Soldiers, they helped take over Oklahoma. The white man would not have won the West if it wasn't for the Buffalo Soldiers. So how do you feel about the Native Americans getting damn near 80% of Oklahoma back?
Well, $5 Indians, man.
No. But my point is, what were the Buffalo Soldiers doing? So everything they did was for nothing.
Yeah, same thing with Mexican Independence Day. That was led by black people.
Yeah, you got nothing out of it. You achieved nothing, and you hurt your families in the process.
Yeah. It's always the same old story. That's why I listen to you. Like I said, I listen to you a lot, because I think you're probably one of the only ones, that really stress how black males should be more in leaderships, the positions.
Got to.
And that's because the thing is, we'll be able to write our history. Matter of fact, we'll be able to be the thing is, when you start taking history into account, I take it as a playbook. Because it's not just just learn the good old days. It's about understanding what works. Just like you're looking at the opposite team.
Application.
You want to find out what works. Do your X's and your O's and say, okay, we're gonna try this one next week. Matter of fact, guess what? They're doing that to us.
Hey, look, let me even help out Miss Live Life. She's in the chat room. Black women don't want negotiator dick to suck on. Black women, and this goes to her point, black women want these dudes who just told the white man, hey, when I'm talking, sit down. She wants the dude who can command his subordinate. Not no dudes that's sitting up here, because see, that dude is able to understand stuff. That dude is able to tell her, hey, live life. Sweetheart, what did I ask you to do? Okay, you didn't get that done, Ma. So you need to correct that. See, she needs that. Women are tired of the work with a brother type of dudes. And that's all we have now, because now they're even in our chat rooms and on our panels talking about man 50-50, 100-100. Turn
my favorite is my baby. That's too much for my baby. He needs to just work on some stuff in the corner. He need to do his little trade work. He don't need to be in no managed position, and he don't need to be in the service. He just needs to
everybody ain't meant to do that.
Yeah, exactly. I hear that like a million times. And I'm sitting there like, oh man. I mean, and the thing is, these are about, and a lot of these kids that we're talking about are like 3.5, 4.0. They're not throwaway children. These are like the future leaders.
Man, the first time I picked up a sword, my teacher told me, I was like, damn, this is kind of heavy. Man, he hit me with that wooden sword so fucking fast. I picked that sword up and learned to block, if nothing else. I was like, shit. Because warriors don't have time for discussion.
Right. Application, like you said.
Yeah, it's application. It ain't maybe, well, it's gonna happen. No, bro. No, the enemy done went up here and had drinks with you, smiled with you, and let you screw his woman. but that was never his goal.
Yeah.
His
It's a
goal
game.
was to make you a slave and take your lineage.
It's a game of mind chess.
He's trying to get your son's treasure. Fuck
Yeah.
you.
Yeah. Yeah. Big emphasis on the children. I
Right.
mean, that's right now.
And look,
Dude.
when I study the Vikings and the Celts, you know, like I'm gonna do this thing where sorry for taking so long, Jonathan. We're gonna get right to you because art has to go. But
Yeah.
I'm sitting up here studying the Celts and the Vikings. Sex is the last thing they care about. They can care less if you screw their daughter. I'm watching European TV, just regular movie murder mysteries. You know how many times I've seen sixth graders take their shirt off and expose their breast on European TV? It's nothing.
Yeah.
It's nothing. I'm sitting up here watching two teenagers have sex on a crime show. Two teenage actors. That
Romeo
don't
and
happen
Juliet.
here in America.
Yeah, Romeo and Juliet. So that's their heritage.
Sex is not important to white folks. It's important to black men because making a woman moan is the only thing you come close to making a man get out the way.
Yeah. Yeah, it's about that man.
Well, love life. If I pay all your bills, I have no problem. You will be doing exactly everything that I'm asking you to do. Anal, everything. So I'm a totally different type of dude. Different type of dude. The money is not really important to me. I'll put you in the Corvette, but you will be giving BJs with the top down. Because I play both games, live life. I say like this here. If you want to play that type of game, we're going to play that sugar baby game all the way to the hill. But if you want to talk with some respect, then I'll give you the respectful version. I'll still be me, but I'll give you the respectful version. But anytime a woman comes in my life saying, I want this and I want that. Okay, absolute, sweetheart. And I want to take you to the orgies with me.
Yeah, you gave that show enough on her.
Right. I mean, because women got to stop saying that to certain men. I do understand what Live Life is saying because there's a lot of dudes that are not producing. But women come up with these demands. Y'all got to be ready to give demands back. Stop being angry at these women. When these women say, I want this and I want that, you are absolutely right, sweetheart. And I'm going to give you that. But I'm about to put this 9.5 up your ass. And really think nothing of it. Maserati girl. Ooh, I hate Maseratis. They loud and Maseratis are not as fast as Corvettes. I don't know if you've actually driven a Maserati. I've driven both.
I've driven a Corvette, but not a Maserati.
Maseratis are just loud. They're not really, plus Maseratis, you really need them in Europe because you need the open road. Like there's certain places in San Francisco I can drive a Maserati or I can drive it from the Bay Area to Sacramento because there's an open road. Mm-hmm. But Maseratis, man,
overpriced.
I'd rather get a Rolls Royce Super Sport. That was my second favorite car, Rolls Royce Super Sport, and Alfa Romero is my first car. Oh, I love Alfa Romero, and we're just talking about driving, comfort, speed. I guess maybe Live Life is saying that as far as show, because I think some people like stuff that, like women like to impress other women.
Of course.
I could care less about that. I take a damn Ford Explorer to an opera event and think nothing of it. My girl was tripping off that because I had four. At one point in time I had four vehicles, right? And my Mustang, I was about to sell it, and I said, "Oh yeah, we're going to take the van." She was like, "The van?" I said, "Yes." About this shit, This van has heated seats, a fucking sunroof, DVD player. What the hell are you talking about?
Yeah, I miss my Acura. I used to have my Acura T. It was a TL. That was the best car I ever had back in the day.
Right. It was so
Now I'm
funny.
just down to a Honda.
Well, go ahead and say your last thing, Art, and we're gonna get to Jonathan.
Yeah, that was pretty much it. I was just trying to emphasize that we need to, you know,
Oh, his phone must have died. His phone must have died. Jonathan, you heard everything we said. What are your thoughts?
I just got done listening to one of your old
Man, your
live.
microphone is so much better. Good connection. Go ahead.
I just got done listening to one of your old live streams with O'Shea on why there's a drastic, the drastic change, and I'm like, dude, I'm like, and that was like 3 years ago.
Yeah, everything I predicted
came true.
Yeah,
came true.
Matter of fact, live life. I will let you get on and say what you say and have no rebuttal. I'm at this point. I just want to see if you have courage. I promise you. Me and Jonathan not gonna say anything. I'm gonna ask you, are you finished? Would you like to ask a question? And I'm gonna let you sign off. So at this point, I just want to see if you have courage, if you're a warrior woman, or if you're just a coward. Because really, talking from the chat, that's not how we get down over here. Come on up. I'll be quiet. I'll listen fully to what you got to say. Even if you want to curse out or whatever you want to do, I just want to see what type of intellect you have. I'm really interested to see if you have brain power. So I'm not here to diss you. So the invitation is open. I just want to prove a point to my fans that women don't want to be logical. They just want to sit back and call names. Okay, you're just listening. Okay, no problem. So let me go back to being respectful. Thank you for listening, Live Life. I appreciate it. So Jonathan, let me ask you this question. If more men were managers, how would that help you in your life?
Be able to plug in, strong networking, ability to be able to open up a lot of doors. And that and apprenticeships, that's definitely needed as well. So management, a lot of legacy plays need to start being more monolithic because
now, what can the plumbers do for you?
Nothing. I could tell you the truth. Plumbers is a very father-son type of industry.
What about the HVAC dudes? What do they do help you in your life?
That's another industry that's pretty much family oriented, family community oriented. So it can't do anything.
So see, this is the point that I try to make to people. It's not that I'm hating on trades. I'm just saying it's a get the bag concept. You're getting the bag right now. Okay. At some point in time, Jonathan, you're going to have to switch over to another scenario, especially when you move out of your area. That's just what it is. The more I think black men have to get into the mindset of get me to the most stable position, then I can do my business. So once you have a stable money coming in, you get you 4 or 5 G's a month coming in. Now you can take that money and do X with it. When you look at other people like YouTubers who might get 5 to 11 G's a month, then do something with that. You got to do something with it, because if not, then you're going to find yourself being addicted to bashing black people just to make that money keep coming.
Well, I'm actually been hovering around my area and outside my area, and right now. It's in Vegas, and my next trip will be Phoenix. My final trip that I can go back will be Houston.
Mhm.
So it's all business oriented. You know,
Well, that's
I don't
good.
complain about women.
That's good. It's good that you're getting exposed to different states too.
I
At,
don't go-
at an early age, because by the time you're 36, 40, then you could have a well understanding of life. Um, let me say this while you're here too. I tell dudes all the time, don't get no women pregnant before you turn 34. No, really, we got to start talking about it. Let's not get
I've
no
seen too
women
many
pregnant.
dudes literally mortgage themselves already, man. Like 6 kids at 23.
Oh my God. Oh, slit your wrist. Oh, yeah. You know what? And we can't blame women. You know, I gotta be with the women on this. Dude, you got a penis. You don't have to put it in. There's a $40 escort who will screw you and get your rocks off. You don't have.
Yes,
I think it's this thing. Dudes want to get chicks for free,
that's crazy, man.
and it's like, come on, man, dude, fellas, it's just vagina. It ain't kissed from God. A lot of it stinks. A lot of it bleeds. A lot of it got yellow shit coming out of it. Fellas, why? I've known prostitutes that are cleaner than most chicks I've met at the bar. And I guess that's just me because I've been around a lot of chicks. I've been to porn sites. The smells there are not good, fellas. It's not. I just don't understand this idolization of pussy, man. It's like, oh my god, listen,
Uh,
you can find pussy anywhere, man. One of my wolf students, man, I sent him the Egyptian chick to sleep with at a hotel. Lost his mind. You know, I paid for it and everything. You know, I told him what hotel to go to. I'm not a hater of women. I just don't put them on the pedestal. I will put my son on a pedestal if I had one. I put my daughter on a pedestal, but I'm not gonna put women are just women are human beings, man. And we as dudes, we gotta learn to not care if they disrespect us. Drive past them.
but the
Not
problem is,
go ahead.
Mr. Research, a lot of these dudes be extremely cheap when even trying to do that method.
Oh, that's another thing. Yeah, just
No AA. No AA.
I remember we was in Miami and me and all the fellas we had breakfast. And I think the breakfast came up to 200 and something. I said, I got it. Oh man, you sure? Nigga, I'm really not gonna miss this $200, man. I mean, fellas. I mean,
That show you that he would miss that $200 right there.
no. Actually, nobody at the table's broke.
Oh, okay.
No. I'm probably the brokest one out of the whole crew.
Okay, I thought it was
But
a pay your way type. They can't pay their own way.
oh no. All these guys are. Everybody there is a manager or something of the sort, you know. But you know, just the mentality we have sometimes. You know what I'm saying? It's
Well,
like,
that's the same. That's the same vibe when I get in Vegas and everything. When I'm talking to clientels and business partners, constant dinners, hell, call girls as well.
hey,
And the funny part about it is this one white dude couldn't pay his way, and the other white dude was looking at him like, "Come on, Phil.
right.
Come on,
Don't make,
Phil.
don't make me look bad here.
Um, if Jonathan can pay his way, and he's younger than us,
Right.
Jonathan can pay his way."
Poor brothers. Let me go back to this main title. So what ended up happening is on Dynast Amir show, Cynthia G ran away. I was talking on Dynast Amir's show, and Cynthia came up and said, all Mr. Research can do is quote history. That doesn't mean, see, that right there, that just proves you can't compete. You can't compete. You know what I'm saying? Trying to talk down that all I can do is quote facts and history. You know,
Cynthia, oh,
but she had a small point. She had a small point, and that was that a lot of us dudes don't have the companies we should have, and primarily because, and I'm calling more men out on this, Jonathan. Too many men are hiring women and anti-blacks. And I understand a lot of black dudes are not in position, but there's a Jonathan in this world somewhere. And how about you get on LinkedIn and you reach out to Jonathan? You give him the opportunity. We need to start giving opportunities to the black guys who are ready. And stop this whole thing of it ain't no black dudes who want to work. No black dudes want to be service workers. But give a black dude the opportunity to run a division, and even not run a division, be part of a division. A Broccoli said, if you don't know history, you're bound to repeat it. Cyn G is a fool. Cyn G is a profiteer. Cyn G is a profiteer. She realizes that she can make profit off getting women angry. That's just what it is. Same thing Obsidian does, same thing Tommy does, same thing Crystal and Carrison do. They just trying to pay rent.
Tommy this morning was a trip, boy. I'm like, dude, this dude is I don't know, man. He's really unhappy. He seemed like a very unhappy dude. The way how he could easily tear down people and can't keep shit to himself. He got a blabbermouth. He liked his mama. He talked like his mama. He can't keep shit privately.
Well, you know his mom's a pastor of a church.
I especially got an issue with a boy because a boy, his shit is toxic and it's like poisoning the whale.
Well, I don't
poisoning the whale.
I look at it from this standpoint. He's not a true African American person. He's a Panamanian pretending to be African American. His mother's African American, and she's out in Snellville, Georgia. She's pastoring of the church, and she's with a Caucasian man. Now, he never speaks to none of this stuff. And then, you know, the fact that he has 2 baby mamas. I don't like listening to people who have failed at relationships talk as if they haven't failed at relationships. Let's hear from Mr. Cliffhanger. Sir, what are your thoughts?
Well, first off, I've been listening to this while I was taking my kid to school. I will say this. Where is the form of this beautiful martial art called accountability? Because
how dare you use logic?
Yeah, because I just talked about this yesterday. You know, we get to positions where we can make a major change, and we still have this slave mentality that, you know, we take 10, when we get 10 steps forward, we take 20 steps back. Even for a prime example, when they were talking about Tommy Sotomayor, we just found out this on this last stream yesterday that he was dealing with this politician chick, and I was getting big praise on. And now come to find out that she was trying to, you know, get inside of his his meat package. According
to him.
But I mean, this is just a prime example of just accountability. If we're into the position where we are trying to make major changes, we're trying to make a platform or trying to put people into positions where we can help out the community, and we still have this mentality like, hey, we're going to still, you know, pop bottles. We're still going to, you know, do the nay and the stanky leg. And we're not looking at real estate. We're not looking at property. We're not looking at how can I get this next person into the next level, into office. Right. It gets us to the point where we're going to be the bottom of the totem pole.
Well, yeah, absolutely. Like number one, shout out to you for giving your kids something they will remember forever. Dad taking them to school. You know, it's too many people, especially in the black male community. We don't talk about kids enough. So shout out to you for that. In regards to Tommy, this is my 3rd or 4th time hearing Tommy remix something. I'm going to take you guys back to a lady called Caramel Kitten. Caramel Kitten was a chick who used to shake her booty in gas stations, grocery stores, and whatever. Tommy went on this whole thing where he was talking crash about her. This was back in '08, '09, talking trash about her. And then the girl gave him an opportunity to get some vagina. He dropped that YouTube check money on the airplane ticket so quick and went out there to meet the girl in Texas, smiling. And I'm like, what the heck? And then he tried to make it seem like after they screwed, I ain't want that pussy. You asked me to come out there. See, I don't like when people play like that, man. Just be real. And when I had my 22,000 subscribers Brotherhood Lessons channel, I didn't even know you could flag people. Tommy sent a bunch of his fans over to flag my channel. And that's how my Brotherhood Lessons channel got flagged. But I say all that to say this. Some people like Tommy do stuff to keep the conversation rolling so his checks will keep coming. But let's take his thing for example. Let's say that what he's saying is true. Then yeah, you're absolutely right, because the woman needs to be more professional, put herself in better professional setting, so these type of conversations are not being able to have. So yeah, Cliffhanger, I agree with you on that.
Yeah, I mean, where's your PR person?
Right.
Where's the person that where's your inner circle that they can basically give you knowledge to, hey, look, you're in this interview, you don't need a red solo cup to basically talk about politics, or hey, you need to talk a certain way. Your body language makes you more important. You need to show a position of power. None of that stuff was basically shown. As for Cynthia G, and I'm just going to throw this out, a little caveat for Cynthia G. How she's not even irrelevant because really she's been talking about all this build up the black community. But I mean, you basically almost got pregnant by a dusty guy. So
well, you know what? Let me ask you a bigger question. What have you ever heard her say the black women should be created?
Never.
What have you ever heard her encourage black women to push back on feminism? White women.
I heard her talk about black women should go start swirling.
That's it. So this is why when you look at her Patreon, she says, "I'm fighting against white supremacy." No, you do the same thing Crystal and Carrison do. You blackmail bash for profit, and do that. I'm not saying don't do that. I'm saying black folks got to be honest about what they're doing. And we as black men got to stop being angry about it. We got to start doing just what Cliffhanger did. Come in, make an intellectual argument, leave that image as it is. Because other cultures are realizing that the women are just too much. And they're trying to help the women through this white man love you theatric. But even a lot of the black women are really realizing, well, that ain't true, because it ain't like it's a lot of white husbands bending the knee. So,
yes, absolutely.
Where are these white fiancés?
Nowhere to be found. Nowhere to be found. But black men is the devil. We are literally Lucifer.
Matter of fact, let me be honest.
We are the spawn Satan.
I maybe y'all have seen one or two, but have y'all seen within the past 10 years? Have y'all known any 3 white guys on a camera, YouTube, American white guys? I ain't talking about somebody in Germany and England. Have you seen some white guys actually propose? I've seen 1 or 2, but I've never seen like 3.
A small handful.
I probably see 1 or 2, but at least about 6 months later, something happens. Now I will say this though, and I want to say this just into a intellectual question.
Mm-hmm.
When is it right for us to start looking at different types of industries to actually approve on? Because the only reason I say this is that I see a unemployment rate that skyrockets. This is right now skyrocketing through the roof. But there are telecommunication jobs that are open right now that, yeah, you may make a decent amount of money, but I mean, that is an opportunity for you to stay into a stable environment, for you to make some form of income and not worry about big daddy government coming and giving you a handout.
Here's the problem. The black man has to think about being a conglomerate. The black man has to go into the union mentality again. The reason being is because we don't have a flag. And even though our African brothers are our brothers, many a times unconsciously, I don't think they intend to do it, but they many times think of their flag brothers first. And what's happening is in ADOS, if you go into industries like telecommunications, which used to be here in Silicon Valley until the Asians took it from the white folks, black men got to get in and instantly form unions with each other, even if they don't like each other. What I mean is I need to connect with Cliffhanger behind the scenes through email. And anything that happens to me happens to you. We need to be communicating with each other, even if we don't like each other.
Or, go ahead.
And if somebody wants to get rid of Jonathan, even though we think Jonathan's a fuck up, the image of him and us is better. We need to say to Jonathan, hey, look, we're going to protect you a couple of times, but dude, you need to tighten that shit up or you're getting up out of here. Because that's just because, you know, you don't want to fuck it up for all of us here. We got to do it because this is what the Indians are doing in the trucking industry now. They're forming a conglomerate, and I guarantee within 5-6 years, you're going to see less black guys be owner operators because all that stuff's going to be taken over by Indian conglomerates. Go ahead, Cliffhanger.
Or can we take it to a different angle? Yeah, a union is a great idea, and that is actually some steps that really can make a big improvement when it comes down to benefits, anything when it comes down to a pension that you can give some form of legacy to your next kin, to your children, or maybe do this. You might work a 9-to-5 job. What if you just go ahead and take $100, make yourself a LLC holding company, put yourself into the game, take your paycheck, put it into that LLC holding company, and then after you get a little bit of knowledge and flip the game over.
Yes, that is true. You can do that, but how do you not? And you teach me. I'm gonna throw you this question. Mm-hmm. How do you then compete with the monolithic people who are sticking together?
Well, my question is the biggest question will be, how original can you be when it comes down to selling a product? Your body is a product. When we looking at the United States, our name is a business. You know, that's why when you get bills in the mail, your names are capitalized. You are a business. So why you are selling something? I'm selling myself to help you get yourself into a different type of out of debt, or maybe help you with navigating through, computer software or anything of that nature. My biggest thing is, why are we doing this whole mindset like we're like the Clydesdales with the blinders on and we're looking one way instead of just taking the blinders off and looking at all different directions?
Oh, okay. So the reason why majority of us don't look in all different directions it's actually 4 things, and I'll speed through them real quick. One is a lot of people, it takes them, in order for a person to be international minded, which is what you're really asking them to be, they have to be exposed to those variables as young as teenage. And many times dudes don't get exposed to that until military or their late 30s. So that's the first problem. Second thing is you got a lot of dudes, and I'm primarily speaking dudes, who they're so entrapped in the concerns of women, whether fucking them, getting them to do what they say or whatever the case may be. They can't even think about looking at a CD, a banking CD, let alone other forms of tripling your revenue stream.
Facts.
The fourth thing is that exposure to the unicorn you didn't know existed. We're talking about something where it's going to take a guy a month to a year to realize that what you're saying is actually factual. Because just because you said it on here doesn't mean he's going to look it up. Doesn't mean he's going to do a lot of stuff until he gets desperate. And then that is the fourth thing. A lot of guys just aren't desperate yet. A lot of guys are living that just enough life. And you got to remember, as long as he's fucking, he's got a truck, and he's not looking at that stuff. Now, when he no longer has this scenario, now he's going to look back on that video or that message that Cliffhanger says and take it more serious. That's unfortunately what the problem is, because we don't have a culture. Like in Nigerian culture, Ghana culture, Guyana culture, all this stuff you're saying is seen because we indoctrinate those boys early at 6th grade. Got to get out of here. Got to get out of here. Got to get your own business. Got to own some property. You see what I'm saying? They telling those boys that early.
Oh yes, it's that get rich or die trying mentality, you know. And and you know what? One thing I said in the chat earlier is accountability is a martial art. A lot of people are not trying to get their black belts.
No, because we're doing just enough. As long as I can go to the auction and get a Mercedes Benz for $1,000 and it looked like 10,000, I can drive by a Cliffhanger all day long. But in year 20, when I'm still holding on to that Mercedes Benz and I haven't elevated in life, then it's all going to seem like it was for nothing.
Man, that is straight knowledge right there, man. That is straight knowledge.
It's all good because you've seen them before. You've seen the dudes holding on to that same car, that same house, dilapidated, ain't got no paint on it, all type of stuff. You've seen it, but it just shows that you're not advancing. And I'm not perfect. Let me be clear. I'm not perfect. But when you're talking about accountability, I look at myself at least every second Monday. What the fuck are you doing, CA? Like I'm up there looking at houses the other night. I just finished running the stairs before I started this stream. So what was I running? 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning? You know, I went out to the park to run the stairs. I mean, self-accountability is a monster, but what's happening is on YouTube specifically, we got too many dudes who are happy with hate porn. We got too many dudes who want to hear women cry. We got too many dudes who, when you ask what they do, they don't really do much in life.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's where we at.
Well, like for example, you threw out, and I like how you just threw out this little gem. You threw out the example of Donovan Sharp. Donovan Sharp, yes, he did get saved by a person from a different race, but a lot of people are not looking at that. The stuff that he's preaching, the stuff that he's basically trying to teach other people, that's from the BDSM lifestyle. You know,
that's all it is.
It's all it is. I mean, and you're just reselling the product and sending it out to people instead of just saying to people, or just, I don't really see topics with this. I say to me that Black YouTube right now is becoming a dumpster fire because
look, it's just like when Hardcore Tito was found out to have raped a 19-year-old. Oh no, a 16-year-old white girl. You had a whole bunch of dudes. Tito, steal my dog.
Wow.
No.
Same thing with Sinful to Be.
Don't say wow. Don't say wow. Absorb it real quick. Absorb it. You had Hardcore Tito deny that it happened, and somebody doxed his actual police record. And come to find out, the address that he was currently living as a 36-year-old man, his mama's house, was the same address he caught his case at as a 24-year-old dude sticking his penis into some 16-year-old chick. And his comment was, the other Black 2 girls didn't stand up for me. it was more than me just there. Hold on, dude. Look, I was 28. I had some 13-year-old chick trying to suck my dick. Whoa, you how old? No, sweetheart. No. No. You how are you working at an office? No. No.
And I get it, and I get it from Jonathan's point as well. Yeah, there was symphophobia as well, but I will say is this: I have to push back a little bit on some matter, because the only reason I will say this is this: I know there is tons, and don't get me wrong, there's what he did. If that was my child, he will not. He will. There will be a different conversation. He will. Yeah, we're not going to say this on the stream. But what I will say is this: there is a lot of situations where a lot of men are being falsely accused to basically take years in prison, and then all of a sudden, go ahead and they flip their script and flip their story for, and I seen it firsthand from one of my friends. But I say this:
that's why you got to go to the Bortello and pay that happy hour bill. That's why you got to go to the spa during lunchtime, just like every other white dude, and get blown off. If you feel your penis has that much control over you, then you cannot be Kobe Bryant. You got to put yourself in situations where you don't get caught up like the owner of the Patriots. You just can't.
Yeah. And I think that was a position of power as well, because you look at, for example, our president of the United States. He paid for something, and then she flipped the script and try to write a book about it. If men of position with power always going to have those obstacles, but the biggest thing is a percentage of the people who have those different types of powers have non-disclosure agreements, and they have PR people to be like, hey, you can probably get your rocks off, but you might want to have security cameras, or you might get your rocks off. Hey, have this non-disclosure agreement, make it, ironclad. So if old girl flips the script and want to do a tell-all book, we can go ahead and take her to court and just sue her for whatever the case may be, But yes, I agree with you 100%.
That's the only thing that saved Rob Lowe, is the fact that Rob Lowe had video with his hands behind his back, showing that he was not forcing anybody to do anything. So that's just how it is. Got to give me a couple of hours of sleep, fellas, before I go to work. Cliffhanger, let me hear your last words, and then Jonathan, let me hear your last words. Okay,
my last words is this: for us for us to at least get back to where we at, to make some particular form of improvement with Black YouTube, we have to start bringing in quality content that actually exercise our minds to basically improve our state of being, instead of just being in this slave mentality to go through popping bottles, having gold teeth through our mouth. You think you can pump and dump chicks. That stuff is out of play. And we have seen time and time again the destruction of this stuff happening by doing that type of example. It's time for us people to start looking at a different perspective, instead of just looking at what we're getting the content at this time. And if we could do that, then we can start making chess moves and building our community up to be a strong and fundamental community for the future. So that's all I have to say.
If I can't use it Monday morning, I can't spend time talking about it.
Absolutely.
I got to be able to use it Monday morning, Wednesday.
Yes, sir. Mr. Research, I do appreciate you letting me have a little bit of minute of talking to y'all.
All right, then. Peace out, brother.
Peace out.
Jonathan, it goes to this point, and, if I can't use something next week, you're taking a lot of my time even talking about it. We brothers are not successful because it's not enough of us really making moves. And just like somebody tried to front on me, oh, you sound like one of those people. Hey, bro, I've hired 7 black men this year alone during COVID. What have you done?
Cricket. Plenty of black men helped it.
No. I'm talking about just the person who was talking about me.
Oh, okay.
I was like, you done picked the wrong one. Shit, I risk my job on a regular to try to help brothers. I have no shit. Spoke to a security guard the other day. Man, you need to get out of that field. You need to, hey man, shit. It's matter of fact, I just went and got some food after my run and talked to a young brother who was stressing at the restaurant. I'm always helping sons. It is amazing. But let me just say this before I give you the microphone, Jonathan. Inquisitive Prince said, just like brothers like Cyn for the Truth, a pimp that got a teenager pregnant. You know what, man? That thing with Cyn for the Truth was so funny. I just when I saw him begging in court, I want to get back to my music career and anything, so I don't have to do that time for getting a 13-year-old chick pregnant. She's smart. She know how to fly airplane, and she from Ethiopia, and and you holding people in jail while this fool gets to walk free. Stop. Stop. I got to get back to my music career. Oh my God. And look, what was that, 5-6 years ago, and they ain't put out a tape yet. I tell you, police, man, they swear they want to fight crime, but they always letting the criminals go. Look, now if you driving, trying to get to work, and you got a driver's license issue, shit, you might do more time than the rapist. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. What are your last comments, man? I'm getting very sleepy. What's up?
I just want to say that this is a positive build. This is a very positive build. Mr. Research, you're my dog. You have managed to help me when it comes to the proper books. And now I'm going to give my team the same books that you give me so I can be able to build them up. And I also got another customer service rep that I need to put on my roster as well. And I just want to thank you for always telling me to be more strategic and more detailed.
Absolutely, Jonathan. You got to get around other older guys who are winning. So that way you can always be held accountable for if you're on the right path. Because the thing about being a person in sales, that's going to fade at some point in time. Because the grind of sales is daunting. You know, it can eat away at your soul. But as you start getting around more people who are making other type of unique moves, you're going to see what I'm talking about. And being around certain folks that's talking about achievements all the time will help you as well. Thank you for everybody, man. I got to grab some sleep. I got to be at work in 2.5 hours, but I need at least an hour and a half of sleep. Much love, y'all. I will talk to y'all later.
It could be some breakfast.